What's going on, everybody? Quancredible here. And before I get started into my chapter review, I just wanted to, say thank you for everyone who watches my chapter reviews on a weekly basis, or anybody who watches any of my videos, like just supporting me and all that other stuff. Um, I really do appreciate it, because like even when I first started, I never really thought that people would ever watch what I would put out. So definitely big thank you, especially to people like Aragon 15. I've thanked him before, but like the fact that he like messaged me every week about the chapters, I really appreciate it. And just like there's so many people that I could list. Oh my gosh, like Kurama and like I obviously can't list all these people. It would be way too long. But enough of that. Into Black Clover chapter 244. So with this chapter, we get like I was shocked. I was legit shocked because when the chapter started, like, or at least when it ended last week, we got like Asta hit, like he was able to cut Dante. So I was like, okay, maybe like they're gonna actually have like a little exchange. But Dante in this one, he was like, he said something like, I didn't really want to have to fight you for real, but like now I'm about to have to like really knock you out. It was something to that effect. Like he definitely didn't say it, but it was something to that effect. And like he just starts boxing Asta. Like he literally just like closes in just like straight hands and just boxed Asta. Now of course this doesn't mean that Dante is physically stronger than Asta. I'm sure he's using some type of reinforcement magic to boost his physical stats to be able to like actually physically overpower him. But I'm not for sure what the gravity magic did. Like I'm not for sure if he's like making the weight of his punches hit harder, or if he just simply used gravity magic to bring himself closer to Asta. Not for sure exactly what he used the gravity magic for when he did the spell. But the fact that remains that he got in up close and just muscled Asta. Like he didn't even use his magic. He just beat Asta up regular. That was wow. I ain't seen that since the like Sea Temple Asta get overpowered like that. He was, and this was enraged black form Asta. Like this wasn't just regular base Asta. This wasn't black form Asta. This was off of the screen enraged black Asta. You can't even see my. That's how much stronger Asta was, and Dante just beat him up no diff. But it goes over to like Gray, I guess, being more or less beating herself up over not being able to do anything to help out in the fight or to be able to help out Ghost or anything in that matter. She just feels bad that she's kind of just there. And then something I did not see coming in at all is we got a Gray flashback. That was out of nowhere. That was like super out of left field for Tabata to like sneak in a Gray flashback, like a Gray backstory in the middle of this. That's, I don't know. A lot of people, I guess, might be overlooking that fact that he snuck that in there, but hey, we got it. And it basically just shows that like some people think this is the Witch Queen. I definitely don't think that the mother figure. I mean, their dresses look kind of similar, but I don't think this is like the Witch Queen. I don't think Gray's like a witch or anything like that, or else she wouldn't have been able to escape the forest so easily. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, Gray and her like stepsisters, I guess, live together. She's basically Cinderella. Heck, even the title of the chapter is Cinderella Gray, which I don't have any problems with that. People are like, oh, it's copying the Cinderella story. People remix and take things for inspiration all the time. I have no problem with the Gray being a Cinderella type character. So basically, you know how the whole Cinderella thing goes. She's abused and beaten and really they were really talking about Gray. Like they was letting Gray have it. Ugly, blockhead, pig face, you name it. She was just not liked at all. And so like she ran away in the midst of all this. But one thing before I talk about her running away, I noticed in this flashback they never said Gray's name. Like if you go back and look at it, they never say Gray, which like she transforms a lot, so that makes me believe that Gray is not her real name. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. I could have just not been paying attention, but I think that's about saving Gray's real name for something else, because her name wasn't said in the flashback, which just seems weird to me. But enough of that. So basically, like when Gray was demonstrating her transformation magic for her stepsisters, when Gray was demonstrating her transformation magic for her stepsisters, she transformed into one of them, and they wasn't feeling it, so they basically ran her out of the house. And that's when, unable to transform back, she ran into like these robbers or whatever, and they were about to like rob, kidnap, steal. They were about to do a lot of stuff to her, and that's when like Ghost steps in and saves her. Of course, it was because Marie had asked him to, not like Ghost would ever do anything for anybody. Well, at least not that version of Ghost. Current Ghost would possibly save somebody on his own. a little iffy on it, but he might. But he gives her some really good advice for like life in general. Like he basically tells her, he says if you're not really committed to running away from home, you might as well go back home already. Then he also says like if you're not like prepared to get everything on your own, like with your own hands in this world, then you might as well just give up, like something to that effect. And like that's really good advice just for like life in general. Like if you're not really prepared to like walk the path that you want to go down, then you might as well not even try, because you're not gonna make it. And like Ray like really took that to heart, and she like used that to help herself survive through the world. And I don't know how she ended up joining the Black Bulls, and Ghost also ended up joining the Black Bulls. That part is just like, you know, it's an anime, it's a manga, like it's a shonen series, you know, whatever. Of course, Ghost wouldn't like know her because she was transformed into one of her stepsisters at the time, but Gray like remembered him and all that. And yeah, that's like, I mean, it is dope that they were able to come back, or at least that Gray was able to meet back up with Ghost in the future. But like, it just the fact that they have history and that he's actually part of Gray's backstory, and that she a lot, like, I guess, I mean, of course she's her own character and has her own personality, but a lot of who she is right now is because of Ghost. And that was cool that Tabata snuck that in there just to give us some more characterization for Gray, and even added some more depth to Ghost. Well, not really depth, but like just to see, you know, a flashback that two characters actually knew each other before this was like cool. But anyway, this is when like Gray, they didn't like say a name for this spell, but Gray like takes the sword that was like stuck in Ghost's chest, and she like, it like disperses, so I'm assuming she like transformed it away somewhere else. And like what it looks like and what would make sense to me is something that I said, like I can't remember if I said it exactly in the video, but I'll put the comment that I've said last week when I put out this the last chapter review, that it would be crazy if she was like Giorno from JoJo's and had the ability to turn things into other things. And that is basically what she did right there. She took what was left of that sword in Ghost's like chest and transformed it into Ghost's chest and healed him essentially, which is like, that is a crazy broken ability. So I guess like what I would get from that is she, with this spell, she would have the ability to transform like non-organic things into organic things, which is like, that's what Giorno could do. He could just transform things into like living things. So that's like how he could like fix people. Like, I don't know if people watch JoJo's Part 5. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen JoJo's Part 5. But like, for any of you who haven't or are confused what I'm talking about, like her ability from this spell, what looks like is she can transform inorganic things into organic things. So in this case, the sword that Dante used out of rock or ice, whatever, he made it out of crystal, who knows, but she transformed that into Ghost's like body to heal him, which is crazy. And even I remember saying in my last video that I can't see how that wouldn't be arcane or something along those lines. And then that's when Dante turns around after he finishes mopping the floor with Asta, like, oh wow, to think there'd be two arcane mages. And this just goes to show that like Yami and Julius, I think, both have this weird knack of finding arcane stage mages. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Black Bulls have even more arcane stage mages. I mean, they already have Asta, Nero, Vanessa, Gray now. Who's arcane next? Magna's gonna be arcane next. Who knows? We will see. But yeah, Dante's basically like, yeah, I'm about to kidnap both of y'all. And that's when Finral finally delivers Yami. Yami shows up, huge dimension slash, or not dimension, but looks like a dark slash, just a regular one. I got a little excited there, sorry. Huge dark slash just to cut off Dante from his team. And he's like, yeah, nobody messes with my members or something along those lines. So rest in peace to my theory of finally getting able to see the Black Bulls vice captain. But I mean, Yami's here, so I'm cool with that too. I am cool with Yami being here too. So definitely glad to see him and Yami show down and get into some fighting. Asta's beat up. Asta caught a huge L even after a power up. So there is that. I'm not for sure exactly how this whole experience is going to be for him in the future. Like, I'm pretty sure after like this whole thing, he's going to be really upset that, one, he lost the fight. Two, he literally got saved by Vanessa like 3 times. He died 3 times. Like, if Vanessa wasn't there, he was gone. Like, he was gone. He lost control. He lost control. That's another thing. And he lost while he lost control. There's so many things Asta is going to be upset about. And then whatever the end result of this fight is, he's probably going to be upset too. As for the Yami versus Dante thing, I don't know. Maybe Dante might get tired, or maybe he might get some like random call or message, so he has to leave and can't finish fighting. I don't think Yami's going to beat up Dante right here, because that would just be weird if the big bad just got beat up. But at this point, I don't think Yami's going to get captured. I think Dante is going to leave here empty-handed. I hope and want him to leave here empty-handed. Like, I feel like the fight is going to be interrupted in some way. Like, I think it's going to be interrupted, and then we're going to get the flash to, what's her name? Vonica and Laurel Pechka and Noelle and all of them. I think we're going to get that, like, whatever the interruption is, I think it's going to be because of something over there. Like I said, I don't think this Yami Dante stuff is going to have a conclusion. They might face off a little bit, or even Finral. Finral might come in clutch. Finral might come in clutch and be able to teleport him somewhere else with that homing spell. Finral, don't sleep on Finral. Finral might be the MVP here. He might MVP and send Dante somewhere else. But yeah, outside of that, that's it for my like theories and stuff on this chapter. Like, as far as out of 10, I enjoyed the chapter a lot. A little bit of fight, a little bit of backstory. Not the biggest fan of Gray, actually, believe it or not. She's one of my least favorite bulls, but I like to see backstory and characterization. So I give this one like a 7 out of half. Yeah, 7 out of half out of 10. That's probably what I would give this one. Really pumped up for next chapter. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like I said, I'm cool with Gray getting a new spell. Ghost wasn't dead in the first place, so I have no problem with him being healed. Like, Tabata literally does this all the time with like mortally wounding characters, and then they get healed and then they're back. So it's not like his writing style has changed at all. So I'm cool with that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like and sub if you guys enjoyed. Also, thank you again for everybody who supports me. Definitely, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you sub if you haven't yet, because if you watch my videos and my chapter reviews, might as well be a sub. Just saying. But I'm Quancredible, and I'll catch you guys next time.